All right, we're here for game 2. My hand is great.
My hand is also great.
Man, okay. All right, let's see if we can improve upon our Inquisition of Kozilek
Okay.
record.
Well, you could still take Lockstone Smiter if you'd like to.
I would really prefer not to.
And then we've got some other good cards.
Alrighty.
It worked out so well last time when you took Lockstone Smiter
Yeah,
that I think you should run it back.
I'm sure you'd love that, wouldn't you? Okay, so he has a pretty good little curve of creatures. So I would like to get value off of this card in my hand. So to do that, I think we probably need to keep the Noble Hierarch around, which is fine anyways. He's not really like a ramp deck, or he doesn't. His curve stops at 4 with Collected Company, so it's not imperative that he gets tons of mana. I think we're just going to take the Voice of Resurgence. It's kind of the most annoying card.
Yeah, be able to 1-for-1 a card that's usually a 2-for-1.
Yep, your turn.
Okay, that was a fine draw, and we will just fetch and play our Noble Hierarch.
Yep, so you're on to 17.
Yeah, I'm going to get a Temple Garden.
Okay.
Got a lot of white cards, so the extra white mana might come up if we want to double spell at some point.
Play a Steam Vents, and it's your turn.
I didn't bolt my Noble Hierarch, I'm so lucky.
You are pretty lucky.
He didn't play his Steam Vents untapped, which normally would suggest he doesn't have a mana leak, but he also knows that I have a Loxodon Smiter I could play if he represented mana leak. So, let's see what we draw. And, now, our Tarmogoyf that he knows about is going to be a 3/4, so it'll survive a bolt. But Loxodon Smiter uses our mana more efficiently and also attacks for more damage. So play Ghost Quarter, Loxodon Smiter.
Ghost Quarter. Okay.
You can go.
So previously, I didn't have the option of playing this with the 2 modes that are available to me because of the Lockstone Smiter. So now I could kill his Noble Hierarch and make him discard a card if I wanted to. I could also use my mana more efficiently. Excuse me, I guess actually they use the mana the same way, but I could play Snapcaster Mage on Inquisition of Kozilek. I think there's the only 2 real options I have since I'm going to be playing this on the following turn. And generally speaking, I think I would rather just get on the board since we don't have any removal spells for the Snapcaster Mage available right now. So I'm just going to sacrifice Pluto Delta, get an island, and then Snap Inquisition you.
I've drawn 2 lands.
Okay. And we are going to get rid of that Tarmogoyf.
Okay.
Then it'll be your turn after that.
I'm just going to leave these up. We are flooding a little bit, but we'll see what we can do.
Okay.
Look at that. I'll once again get more green sources into play for potential scavenging use and attack for 6.
And so we could just block here because then that would actually allow us to use our Kolaghan's command effectively and kill a Noble Hierarch and return Snapcaster Mage to our hand. But because we are only at 19 and we have this available, I think we're just going to take this first hit. So I'm going to 13.
You can go.
Alright, so we're just going to go to 12, play a Pia and Kira Noir. Trigger that.
That's pretty good. Now I have to think about whether or not I want to path the Pia and Kirin so that he is unable to use its ability to mow down my Noble Hierarchs. I'm not that concerned about losing them.
And I think we're just going to attack with Snapcaster Mage this turn.
Yeah, I will take 2, so I'm at 15.
It'll be your turn.
So we have 15 to 12, right?
Yes.
And I have enough mana that I don't need to make the decision of whether or not I want to path until I see my card for turn, because I could still play Collected Company and path and play the Sacred Foundry tapped. And we'll attack for 6.
All right, so that's interesting. I think we're just going to go ahead and block with the intent of rebuying it.
I will play this tapped and pass the turn.
Okay.
We have not really applied sufficient pressure this game.
So that was a really good draw. I think I just want to... So there's two lines of thought here, I think. We can attack this way before we play this spell, with the intent of getting in 2 extra points of damage with Snapcaster Mage, but he also might just be interested in pathing a Thopter token anyways. So I think it's safe to just go ahead and lead out with Inquisition before combat, because we don't want him to just be able to path our untapped Thopter and hit us for a ton of damage.
I will path the Snapcaster Mage.
Okay. So I missed out on some points of damage there.
I have a Windswept Heath.
Okay. Search up a basic swamp.
It's possible that the extra land is actually more valuable to him than Snapcaster, but I don't think so. And
And I have to shock myself this turn, go to 10.
Yep. Yeah, now he has plenty of mana, so the extra land is fairly negligible.
I'm just going to attack with a single Thopter.
I go to 14.
It'll be your turn after that.
Draw. I will attack for 6.
Beginning of combat.
Sure.
I will call against command, 2 damage to Noble Hierarch, and return P and Karen out of my hand.
Yep.
And this is just in the off chance that he wants to like bolt my Thopter token before blocks. I save a point of life.
Attack for 5.
And I will block.
I'll play Windswept Heath and pass.
Okay, so Ross has successfully drawn absolutely nothing this game, which is pretty fortunate for me. Attack you for 1, play a P, trigger it, and it'll be your turn after that.
Still don't feel like I'm too far away from getting back in this game.
Kind of agree, unfortunately.
Yeah. Just need a collecting company. Attack for 5.
I will block with Pia.
You can go.
Ooh, that was great. Okay, we're just going to attack for 3.
10.
Assemble ourselves a nice little squadron of Thopters here, and it'll be your turn after that.
Now I feel pretty far behind, and that draw did very little to help.
And it's 10 all, is that correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Attack for 6.
I'll go ahead and Murderous Cut your Lockstone Smiter.
Yep.
So clearly this is kind of an extreme example, but this is the bane of playing a non-blue deck in Modern sometimes. You just kind of just float out and don't really do anything.
Yeah, I have no outs.
Yep. Okay.
Maybe I should have pathed the P and Kieran to play around potential Colgan's commands, but...
I mean, I guess the way that game played out, it wouldn't have mattered since I drew a second copy, but...
I mean, you did replay the first one before you found the second one, so...
That's true. I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah, it's just so bad against potential Tasker.
Right.